Hello and welcome to another video in the word processing video series. Although this is a word processing video with a twist because we're going to do a little bit of work with databases at the same time. Now, databases in Word can come together to make an administrator's life incredibly easy. And we do that using a function called mail merge. So mail merges are used when companies need to send out a lot of letters to different customers that all have a very similar message, but they want it to appear personalised. And they have to make sure it goes to the right addresses. So rather than type in each address individually, say you're sending it to 10,000 customers, that's going to take a long time. But if you can merge it using the database where the details are already populated, then we can create a document that's personalised and far more time efficient. So you can see here we have a letter for Feel Good Ledger Services. I'm going to make this table that slightly smaller. And they've already done the letterhead for us. You can see it here. It's not in the format that we would lay a letterhead out, but it's there already, so we'll just leave it the way it is. You see our first comment here is to create the beginning of the letter, reference today's date, relevant merge field. So let's just do that to start off with. So we should know references the sender's initials and then the creator's initials and then today's date. So 13 March 2020. And then we're at the point where we would add the person's name and the address. So rather than type the details in, we will use a database to help us complete this part of our letter. So to do that, we go into the tab called Mailings up at the top here, and then we're going to go to the option that selects recipients. So here, where it says select recipients, this is the beginning of our mail merge. We are connecting two documents together, this Word document and the database that we're going to use. You can also use a spreadsheet, and they both work in the same way. So I'm just going to show you database, but they would both appear in the exact same way. So use an existing list is the option we're going for, and then we need to locate, so this is task one I'm doing, we need to locate the database that we're planning to use. We click open. Now you notice here there are more than one table, sorry there is more than one table in this database. We need to pick the one that's most likely to have the members' details, or most likely to have the address details. So I'm going to go with membership, but you, before you start your mail merge, could open the database to check what table you're using. Now, nothing really appears immediately to have happened apart from 4 greyed out fields are now nice and colourful. The edit recipient list, the address block, the greeting line, and the insert merge field. This is the only one that we're really interested in, is the insert merge field. And that's because now we can insert fields from the database into our letter. So we know that we would start this address block with a title, a first name, and a surname, making sure that you put spaces between each name. If you don't, it looks horrendous and you'll lose marks. And then we just go down and we add our address in, like we would if we were typing it in manually. Now, it all just looks like gobbledygook fields at this point. However, when we hit preview results, you can see that it's brought the details in clearly from the database. Now, sometimes at this part here with the opening salutation, they ask, there's already a name here, or there's potentially like a position here. We want to make sure that if there's a merge field we can use, then that's the field that we're using. So in this instance, I'm going to do dear title surname. One last thing I'll say is sometimes if you're sending it to companies, you would put the person's name and the company name as well. But this particular database is just going to people. Okay, so first comment has been completed, so we can get rid of that. And Microsoft. Okay, just a little glitch with Microsoft Word there, but still, we're good to go. We'll carry on. This one says the letter should be sent to all members whose details can be found in the database. That's just another way to make you realise that you should be doing a mail merge. That comment's not always there. Okay. Another glitch with the mail merge there. So, in this particular letter, you can see there's another comment here, and this sometimes comes up where they ask you to use a merge field throughout the letter. So make sure you give the letter a bit of a read. Here we can see that it wants to mention the membership fee for the customer. So just check the spaces there. So space, let's see if we've got a merge field that fits, and we do, membership fee, and then another space. And if we preview the results, we can see how that looks. and we can see that that needs a pound sign. So we can add that on, and we can get rid of that comment now. And then you would just finish your letter. Sorry, another quick glitch there. You would just finish your letter as normal, so make sure you're doing yours. Now these are customers that we have on the books, so it's a bit ambiguous whether or not it be faithfully or sincerely. We don't know if we'll get a relationship with them, but as they're already with us, I think it can be assumed that they are existing customers. Not sure why Microsoft Word's glitching so much, but we're nearly finished. And there you go. So, when you have a letter like this in a mail merge task, there may be more to the letter, by the way. Just this one's very simple. We've already got the content there. You might need to add extra pages to the letter. Sometimes if you're doing like a compliment slip, it might go on with the letter. It depends on what the task is asked with you. In this one, we want to just print out, make sure that you print out two versions. So kind of like spreadsheets when we do a value view and a formula view. Except the formula view in this one is the mail merge fields, and the value view is when it's completed. So you need to print out one copy of each letter. Okay, hopefully that's been useful for you.